Hi everybody, here's Krystian from TeamworkCast.
And hi everybody, this is Elwin, aka Jakuza, from the Maker's Eye.
Yes, and this is our, this is the Netrunner TeamworkCast, and this is the Cash Refresh tournament from the Euregio.
This is the Cash Refresh side event. No, not from the Euregio.
Oh no,
Euros.
Jesus, the Euro. It's a different Euro type. Oh man.
So many tournaments, so confusing.
So many Euro type tournaments. Yes, it is the third round. Is it third?
Yes, this is the second game in the third round,
yes.
And we're seeing Pecu against Luis, the other side.
So this is going to be the first round that we're going to show both games of, because both games were quite interesting. On the right side we see Luis again. This time he's using the Null identity.
Yeah, very underplayed in Cash Refresh and normal Netrunner. So let's see what he's up to.
Indeed, I think it is the first Null player that we had on our show, so this is exciting. On the left we have Pecu, who's still playing something that we've seen a lot on this tournament, which is
SYNC.
SYNC, yeah.
And obviously he's not planning on killing Luis. Obviously.
No, why would he do that? That's mean.
No, he's a kind man. He's from my meta, Wouter Peculot. He's a kind man. He's a kind player.
Definitely,
so
yeah.
I'm sure he's not planning on booming.
No. Yeah. So Null's ability, maybe we should remind people in case they don't know, is that he can discard a card, I think, and then lower the strength of an ice that he encounters by 2 once per turn.
Yes, which. It could be strong. Let's see how much it helps Luis out.
And this is
what is happening there? Is it a build script?
That is a build script, and we've seen this before. This is very popular these days.
Yeah, this is a fine card. Some people call it Deuce's Mild. It's a lesser version of Deuce's Wild, but it's fine in the format.
I mean, Deuce's Wild is not a bad card, and you can only have 3 of them. So if you want to have more Deuce's Wilds, you can stock up on build scripts.
Yeah, now you can run up to 6.
Yeah. Of course, not as versatile. I really love Deuce's Wild for the expose effect myself, and that's of course missing in the build script. But at least you get the economy, and you get the tempo.
Agreed, and the expose effect is definitely great in criminal builds, but it might work out in Null as well.
Yeah, I mean, let's see what he sees. He's up to. We see at least 2 data suckers, so we know that he wants to lower the strength of ice a lot. So I'm thinking maybe he has some kind of ice trash build.
Probably, and we see Null leaving for his day job in the meanwhile.
He's having a day job. Well, that's actually very topical for Null, I would say.
He works at a bank.
He seems like the kind of person who would have a day job, probably a way better day job than I have. So yeah, we see, and I really like how Pecu is like really chill about protecting his R&D.
This is quite different. He's building a server, a big server, and not protecting R&D in the slightest.
Yeah, just being like, yeah, come in, the water is warm.
Come at me, bro.
There is a run on R&D indeed, but there's nothing of value apparently. And Luis does check this server, which means he encounters this Enigma.
So what is in that server? What could it be? What is Pecu up to?
We might find out soon, but next turn, because he lost a click, so he cannot run anymore, he installed a parasite on this. I think next turn this Enigma will die.
True.
And meanwhile, Pecu does score. Oh man!
Ooh.
It is
Ouch.
Yeah, that's a pretty good score here. It's won't. I'm not sure how far it brings him along the kill game plan, but certainly scoring the Astro script is very valuable. He can. No, well, the thing is, usually it's valuable. Usually it's valuable because you can fast advance another 3/2 with that, right? You get the famous Astro train, right?
Yeah, you can fast advance a Beal.
Yeah, but this is Cash Refresh. There is no Beal.
No, there's no Beal. There's not a single 3/2 left for. There's not a single other 3/2 for MBN left.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a really weird. The value of AstroScript is really lowered in Cash Refresh. It's good. It's a good card. You should play it, but it's just not as powerful as it is in other formats.
It makes the boom plan with a breaking news score a bit easier, but on the other hand, it's not that significant in the format.
So we now know what was in a server. Luis did run on the server, trashed the Enigma, and behind that was the upgrade KP Lin we see here.
KP Lin, who functions similarly to Caprice, if I'm not mistaken.
A little bit, yes.
Yeah, and he has to, let's see, end the run or take a tag?
Yes, you have to take a tag if you want to, have a successful run on the server. Or you can decide to jack out, but then and then you will get no tag. But if you want to trash her, you need to take the tag, and that's really good splash in this ID. So this is interdiction. This is this current that that is also very popular here, which means the corporation cannot res any cards during the runner's turn. Well, no non-ice cards.
Yeah, agreed. And we see an IP block being resed on HQ.
Yeah. So now Peck cannot rest this upgrade on HQ. And Luis was really worried about this, but it's just another KP Lin.
Yeah, and that's not worth resing it in the current situation.
No, especially since she's unique, so that would trash the other one.
Exactly. Accessing HQ, what's... Oh, another Enigma.
We already seen that one.
Yeah.
So no big surprises so far.
So far, Null. So far, I'm not that impressed by the ability. But on the other hand, this isn't that much of a matchup for Null.
Yeah, I think if the corporation was more taxing, Null would see more action. But right now, every ice is kind of pretty easy to get through so far.
Yeah, and R&D is still wide open.
Yeah, that's so weird. Like, if I was Peck, would be so worried about that. Like, maybe dropping a medium and running. Do we see a medium there? No, I think that's just another parasite.
Yeah, we can be assured that there are mediums in that deck, but...
Yeah! I mean, why wouldn't you? That's a very good multi-access, and there's not a lot of multi-access around in Cash Refresh.
And Peck finally drops some R&D protection, some more R&D protection.
So the question is, where is the Enigma? Is it on a remote server or on R&D?
Yeah, and the problem here is the Enigmas melt away like nothing.
That's true.
With a single parasite.
Ooh.
We see an Aaron hitting the table.
Spicy tech.
Yeah, this is a fine choice in this matchup. And it's a good choice because honestly I was expecting a lot of NBN kill in this meta. So slotting 1 or 2 Aarons is a fine influence splash.
Definitely. I'm kind of like Peck is in a kind of bad spot right now. He did score the Astro script, but as we said, like it's not as powerful as you might think. And yeah, this he really needs an MCA informant against this Aaron Marin.
Yeah, Luis is quite effectively pressuring him.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and here's a little bit of a mistake. He reses the second KP Lin, and Luis correctly reminds him that these are unique.
We get a little bit of discussion. Let's see how gentlemanly is Luis.
He's thinking a little bit about this. It's interesting because we see he had to res it in his turn because the interdiction is out.
Ooh, yeah, agreed.
So that's kind of like an interesting timing to res the KP Lin. Alright, so Luis just installs the Armitage
code busting.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Such a good card.
A fine card. It's a temporary magnum opus on a stick.
Yeah, it's so much cheaper than a magnum opus. Doesn't cost any MMU. It's so. Speaking of course, set classics. I love
Melange Mining Grid.
Mining Corp, not Grid.
Mining Corp. Oh, Grid. Oh no, silly me. I might have made that mistake once before.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, so it's really great. I love it. I also rediscovered this in Cash Refresh. Just get cool 7 credits. Why not?
Agreed. And this is once again the interesting part of Cash Refresh. All kinds of cards that don't see a lot of play in normal Netrunner, suddenly hit the table way more often.
Yeah.
Even really, really fine core set cards like Armitage that don't hit the table anymore, are overshadowed these days, are fine in Cache Refresh.
Yeah, I really like this because, there's nothing wrong with Armitage code busting. It just fell out of favor because there were other more interesting cards coming out.
Yeah.
And once those cards are off the table, Armitage becomes interesting again. So we see a run on R&D. The York has been installed. I'm guessing he assumed that the Enigma was on R&D, but he encounters the toll booth here.
And he discards Dean Lister? Yeah, that's Dean Lister.
Dean Lister. Actually using his Null ability to get through this toll booth.
So, how many times has he used that? Once?
I think this was the first time.
First time. Okay, let's keep count. Let's see what happens. And how many times has our dear friend Peck used that Melange mining core?
So far, only once, I think.
Okay.
Okay, so we see the install of the parasite on the toll booth. There's no attempt to question the Melange mining corp, which is kind of weird.
This is a mistake, in my opinion.
I think so too.
Yeah, you should contest it.
It's so easy to run away with the money with the Melange mining corp out. On the other hand, of course, we have to say like this pressure with the parasite means that probably toll booth will be trashed next turn.
True.
So Peck is really now in a position where he really has to do something about this. Yeah.
Once again, we see something spicy hit the table.
You know that card way better than I do.
This is special report, and this is like a fine Jackson replacement. No access to Jackson means you have to find other solutions to the typical agenda flood problem, to the typical problem of agendas piling up in HQ. And special report is fine for that. It's a simple operation for a single credit and allows you to shuffle back a number of cards into R&D and draw a similar, an equal number of cards. It's fine.
If our listeners are maybe remember the old card Corporate Shuffle, that's kind of like Corporate Shuffle but better in every way.
Way better. Corporate Shuffle is a double, right?
It's a double and you have to shuffle all of the cards. Here you can pick which cards you shuffle back.
Yeah, this is way better.
Really.
One thing that made me wonder, what is happening? Ooh, spicy!
It's really nice, hard-hitting news.
Well timed. Well,
I'm not sure it's so well timed. It will be very costly for him.
Yeah. Nah, I'm going to retract that. I'm going to retract that statement.
So he puts 4 tags on Null here. Null cannot contest this. He actually, Peck has to actually invest a lot of money down to just 5 credits. Peck has 9 credits, needs 12 to remove all the tags.
Lewis has 9 credits.
Lewis, I'm sorry, yes, Lewis has 12 to remove the tags. He cannot do it, so he decides to go for this R&D and encounters an IP block. Now this is an interesting situation here because he cannot break both subroutines, but there's still a trace that he has to pay in order to not to get yet another tag. So do you pay the 3 credits now to prevent the tag, or do you get the tag and then later remove the tag, which also costs 3 credits and a click additionally?
Yeah. Is he going to go tag me? That's the main question. If he's not going to tag me, he should pay the trace.
Yeah, so he decided to get the tag. He decides to commit to the tags, at least for now, and just draws up a bunch of cards and hopes that Peck doesn't have the boom.
So this is an interesting decision. I'm not sure I would have... No, well, I'm pretty sure I would have made the same decision. He's going full tag me now with 5 tags.
I mean, he could have removed 3 tags, I think, and to get outside of the boom range, but he really wanted to apply some pressure on R&D instead. Okay, so we see Peck just getting monies.
We see Deuces Wild.
And we see Deuces Wild to remove a tag. It also has this ability. It's so good.
True.
Getting that value. So he used Deuces Wild to remove a tag, and then he clicked to remove the other tags down to just 1 tag.
And he's out of boom range, but so low in credits.
So low. It will take him some time to recover, especially with that Melange mining corp still on the board. I don't think he will be able to catch up to Peck anytime soon.
So probably because he had that Deuces Wild in his hand, and that's why he chose to go tag me. But I'm still confused at that decision.
I don't know. I'm not so sure myself.
Now he loses his errand. This is that's just painful.
Oh, is that? Oh yeah, because he's still tagged. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing.
Losing the errand is bad.
So maybe he was hoping for a random R&D agenda access on R&D, then that would trigger Aaron, and he would be able to remove 2 tags.
Could be.
I did a similar trick on this very tournament. It was really fun.
Yeah, that at a certain point, at a certain point that decision is fine. But on the other hand, if you're not lucky, you're digging yourself even deeper.
Yeah, and you need to have a really good reason for why you think you will be accessing the agenda this turn.
Yeah.
And he's really far behind, so doing anything drastic is a really bad situation for him right now.
So what is Peck up to? He's planning something.
So Peck has a bit of a problem because getting the credits kind of sets him back. He cannot develop his board state. So he has to decide, do I want money or do I want to do something actually this turn? And he decides to do both. He does something and he gets some money with the IPO.
Fine. The credit differential is now pretty big. Luis is going to catch up a little bit with the Darmitage, but the melange is still on the table. Peck has solidly taken control now.
I really like how Peck is not really just leaning back on the server that he built here, but actually installed a second layer of ice, not allowing Luis to do like a random run on this remote server, because maybe it's an enigma and that would actually cost Luis nothing to access.
Yeah, he just blow through it, and he actually installs another piece of ice and something unknown in that server.
He mined the moon enough, and now he's able to, or he's willing to score here. Will install advanced, probably an agenda because this server is very well protected.
Yeah, probably. I'm pretty sure it's not a cerebral overrider.
Would be a very bad choice for a cerebral overrider.
I would disqualify him because he can't run an overrider now.
Okay, that's also a fair point. Okay, so Luis just sticks to the plan and runs on R&D. So I'm not sure if this. I think there was a misplay here because he encountered Tollbooth, and he should have lost 3 credits.
Yeah. But this is very easy to misplay.
Yeah,
many people misplay this.
Yeah.
Okay. What did he see? Did you see what he saw?
I didn't see what he saw, but apparently it was not an agenda because there was no score. Oh, I think that no. Did he draw another? Huh. I think that might have been another Melange Mining Corp, but that's weird, right?
Okay, ooh, and he scores in net quarantine.
Yeah, Pac scoring the net quarantine, and of course Luis has to read. Nothing to be ashamed of in Cash Refresh. There's a lot of readers in Cash Refresh.
No, and net quarantine has a lot of text on it, and it has 2 very two not connected effects, so it's fine. You have to read it. Do you remember what it does?
It lowers the base strength of the first trace to 0, and then for every 2 times you increase the trace strength during a trace for the runner, the corporation gets a credit.
Ooh, you get a gold star, sir.
Well, it was in my own deck as well. Sadly, didn't get to use it too much. Oh, interesting. So, wait. Why was the interdiction? Oh yeah, the interdiction was removed because the corporation scored an
because
agenda.
Of the score. So this is interesting. This puts Peck at 4 points with an Astro counter. This is starting to get dangerous for Luis.
Yeah, I mean Peck is really just about to close this game up. Maybe he really has a secure server. He could just install advance and threaten a global food initiative.
Yeah, plays a hedge. Throw something in that server, and we're getting to the point that Luis has to go into that server every single time to check that Peck is not planning on something, never advancing something.
Oh, the Deuce is Wild, I love it so much.
The card is so strong.
It's very strong. Uses to draw cards actually, not caring about what kind of ice is installed there, because apparently he's on a trash plan and he doesn't care.
He still hasn't found other breakers next to the Yogg, so that puts him in somewhat of an issue. Oh,
well,
okay.
There's a breaker, there's another breaker, 2 breakers found.
I fully retract that statement.
Actually, he has in his entire breaking suite already ready. He just needs the money to install it when he encounters the things that he encounters. There is just an IP block on R&D, so he can do the deep digs, and the card inside the server is a Melange Mining Corp.
We see the second Melange Mining Corp.
So this is kind of like a situation where Luis has a little bit of a breather. Usually when a corporation installs a mining corp means they can't score just yet and they think they have the server free for a couple of turns.
So I just saw a medium on Luis's hand. This is interesting.
Yeah, I think we're going to see the deep dig now through the R&D.
So, and once again, I'm going to make the comment about the single core in cache refresh, because Melange Mining Grid is another one of those cards that there are only 2 of.
It's a corp. It's not a grid. It's a corp. It's not a grid.
Oh, did I say grid again?
Yeah.
I lose a gold star.
Yes. You can have mine. It's fine.
Okay, I'll steal your gold star.
That's good.
But the thing that these are the kinds of, okay, he goes for the medium dig.
Yeah, there we go. Attaboy. And
Yeah,
then
with the Melange, these are the little puzzles I find interesting in cache refresh. So you can, now he knows if something else gets dropped in that server, he knows it can't be another Melange Mining Grid.
that's true. Yeah, there's like you have to be really like you have to juggle all the numbers in your head. Okay, so installs a paperclip, encountering IP block, accesses an agenda, scores it actually.
Steals it. What is it? Can you see what it is?
I'm not sure. I will do like a slow motion analysis to reveal what it is. Putting the cards a bit too far away for us to see. And another agenda.
I'm pretty sure that was a net quarantine.
Okay, so maybe he might be already at 4 points.
Yep.
Oh, spicy. Do you see what's coming up? I love this. Delicious, delicious. Straight from the core set, another demolition run. So the idea is that every card he accesses during his medium dig, now he can additionally also trash.
Wow. These are core set tactics. Medium demolition run.
I think Pecu was a little bit too secure in his R&D. I think he should have installed another ice in there. I think the IP block is a bit too weak.
I agree.
Especially since he saw that the paperclip was just discarded. Ooh, another agenda. Maybe up to 5 points? 5
Maybe
or 6
5.
points?
And Luis just trashed. At least he trashed a boom.
There's a boom.
This is bad.
There's a boom that's been trashed, but that doesn't mean anything. He can maybe, Peck can get it back somehow.
Let's see what Peck is up to.
Peck is up to a hard-hitting news again, and now he has all the money in the world, and he can do another 4 tags.
He's going to bury Luis.
This aggression won't stand, but now Luis is in a position where he can just, not care about the tags, and he can try to maybe win. You can hope that maybe there's no kitties in the deck.
No, that's false hope.
That's true.
That's false hope.
On the other hand, the kitties won't win the game for Peck, so you might actually go for a deep dig anyway.
So
first click, Luis does check the archives, just make sure that there's nothing inside there. Then he runs on the R&D.
Just making sure Peck is not trying to trick him.
Keeping the corporation honest.
Fair enough. Ooh, that's spicy.
So I had to look this up, actually. This is... Toth, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh, man, that's a hell of a card.
Yeah, this is like an alternate toll booth, and that thing is spicy. It's a sentry. It's
a lot of things are spicy in this game.
yeah, this is a spicy game. It's 8 cost and 5 strength as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Luis takes a tag on encounter.
So that's why I think it reminds me more of like a Data Raven.
Oh, fair enough.
A really hardcore Data Raven.
Okay, what is happening? Okay.
MK Ultra gets installed to break it using a lot of data sucker tokens to make it somehow viable, because Luis doesn't really have a lot of credits.
Without those data sucker counters, it would be ridiculously expensive.
Yeah, but lucky for him, he has those data sucker counters to make it as efficient as possible. Just 3 credits to break this one, I think. And the next one is going to be... he always pays 2 credits, but I think he could get away with just 1.
Okay. What is Luis up to? On which click are we on? We are on click 2, right?
I think it's the second click, yeah. It's the counters on the second banana.
Yeah.
Okay, gonna see a lot of cards here. Oh, just need to see 1 agenda. Oh man, what? No! Whiffed on this access. 4 cards and no agenda. 2 clicks left. Not too much to do for him anymore. No credits left either, so...
Painful.
Just draws 2 cards and hopes that there is no way for Peck to win. But nope, there was a doom. There was a boom on hand. Boomed Luis.
Boomed away. Our Spanishman has been blown away from... And Peck had a secondary win condition on hand.
He could have won twice.
Wow.
No. Oh, how painful. That's really nice. I really like this game. I really like Null. I'm really sad that Null just was able to use his ability once, I think, throughout the entire game.
Yeah, I'm sad Null lost this, but on the other hand, Peck played it well. Peck played it very calm, very controlled, very strong.
A very swingy game that went back and forth a little bit. I mean, Luis was hit very early on, but he was able to recover, and it seemed like he would take this game. Luis was a bit punished for his carelessness with R&D, but he was able to snatch the victory in the end.
Yeah, fine game, good game. I get why you selected this to be commentated. A good game, sir. A good game.
A good round overall. Very well done, Luis and Peck. And we're going to move on to the next round very soon. But first, we have to remind you, I'm sorry, but we have to do it all the time because this is such an important event that is coming up. Erwin.
Thank you for saying it's so important, because to me it is very important. And what is it? It is Dutch Nationals. I'd like to warmly invite all European netrunners to Dutch Nationals on Saturday, the 12th of August. We'll be having Swiss rounds and the top cut both on the Saturday, and side events on the Friday before and on the Sunday afterwards. So you're all warmly invited to Dutch Nationals in Enschede, the Netherlands. For a full weekend of running the nets and, of course, beer and cookies.
Delicious. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be exciting. And it's another thing that's also going to be exciting is going to be the next round. I hope you join us there. And as always, hack the planet!
Hack the planet!
Shut up and get in the car!
Shit on me.
And so that was our second game between Peck and Luis. An exciting matchup. I loved this one as well. And so it's time for our Patreon shoutouts. And today's Patreon shoutout is going to be to Mr. Yannick Stucki, who is from Zurich in Switzerland. He's been on our show before. We've been commentating, for example, some of the games from the German Nationals last year. That was really exciting. I hope he will be back on this show again. It would be really great. Thank you for your support, Yannick. And yeah, so if you want to support us as well, you can do so on patreon.com/hacktheplanet. Otherwise, see you next time around, guys. Bye-bye.